Chapter 1. You're not just operational. If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you didn't grow up dreaming of being an executive pastor. You probably didn't go to seminary thinking, one day, I hope I'll oversee budgets, staff structures, and meeting rhythms. More likely, you were faithful, you were capable, you were dependable, and somewhere along the way, responsibility found you. You became the person who fixed things. The person who noticed what wasn't working. The person leadership trusted when things felt unclear or heavy. And now, here you are, holding systems, carrying complexity, feeling the weight of ministry that no one else quite sees. Let me say this clearly, right from the start. You are not less spiritual because your calling looks operational. That lie has quietly discouraged more executive pastors than almost anything else. Because when you don't preach every week, when you don't cast vision from the stage, when your wins happen behind the scenes, it's easy to wonder, am I really doing ministry? Does this matter eternally? Why does my work feel invisible? Here's the truth most churches never articulate. Order is pastoral. Confusion wounds people. Chaos exhausts volunteers. Disorganization silently pushes families out the back door. And clarity is care. When systems work, people feel safe. Leaders don't burn out. Volunteers last longer. Ministry becomes sustainable. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens because someone carried responsibility for how things work. That someone is you. The executive pastor role often feels strange because it lives in the tension between two worlds. You live in vision and reality, faith and planning, people and processes. You hear the vision and immediately think, but how will this actually work? You sense momentum and quietly ask, can our system sustain this? You don't kill dreams, you protect them from collapse. Here's a mindset shift that will change everything for you. You are not competing with the vision. You are carrying it. The senior pastor may articulate where the church is going, but you build the bridge that allows people to get there safely. Without that bridge, vision becomes pressure. Growth becomes strain. Passion becomes burnout. Your work absorbs the shock so others can flourish. That is not secondary ministry. That is shepherding at scale. One of the most painful realities for executive pastors is this. When things go right, few people notice. When things go wrong, everyone does. And over time, that can quietly erode your soul if you don't name it. So let me name it for you. Your faithfulness may never be applauded, but it will be felt. Families experience it when kids check in works, services start on time, volunteers are prepared, staff are healthy, the church feels peaceful, not frantic. No one claps for that, but they stay because of it. If you don't hear this clearly, you'll drift into one of two dangerous places. Either you'll shrink your role and apologize for it, or you'll harden your heart and hide behind structure. Neither is healthy. A strong executive pastor holds conviction and compassion at the same time. You bring structure because you love people. You enforce clarity because confusion hurts. You care about systems because souls are attached to them. Let me say this slowly, because some of you need it. God uses builders just as much as speakers. Architects just as much as artists. Stewards just as much as visionaries. Scripture is filled with people whose obedience looked logistical, organizing, preparing, leading behind the scenes, ensuring sustainability for the mission. You stand in that lineage. Over the course of this audiobook, I'm going to give you language for your role, frameworks for your work, confidence in your calling. But before we talk about systems, rhythms, or metrics, you need to settle this question in your heart. Do I believe this role matters? Because if you don't, you'll either overcompensate or burn out trying to prove yourself, and neither serves the church. So here's how I want you to think about yourself as we begin this journey. You are not just operational. You are foundational. You don't stand in the spotlight. You hold it steady so others can. And that, whether anyone ever says thank you or not, is sacred work. In the next chapter, we're going to put language to this role, and I'm going to show you why the executive pastor is functionally the COO of the church, and why that's not a business compromise, but a ministry advantage. For now, take a breath. You're in the right place.